Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. I'm your host, Sir Stephen Top of that the third at your service. Now we're going to be talking about this seriously because I know we are watching you and watching everything that's unfolding in front of you, of course, as well. We're not going to lie on that because it's anagrammed, everything else, right? A lot of you out there in the real world that know everything from everything, right? That may be causing a lot of slip ups while I'm on holiday, and I'm still on holiday right now. And I'm basically trying to tell you, grow up, right? A lot of you may think I'm telling you this simply to keep the earth alive, not dead, alive, right? You have to be realistic and say, look, we need this to keep going, right? We get it, right? People who I know, private connections, know what needs to be done, right? You have to be a little bit more patient than what your patience can handle right now. I know a lot of people that have this capability and understanding of working out this and understand. Look, did you know why I'm in everything besides what the programs I'm in? I said I'm in everything, but you got to reverse it to go forward, right? To go forward, right? There's a lot of problems in the way right now, right? And I can't do it on my own, right? That's fact. While I'm on holiday, while I'm still on holiday, um, a lot of people say, "Why are you going to Killing Heath, for example, which is where I'm located right now?" Right? A lot of people might think I'm talking a load of bullshit. No, I'm not, boys or girls or families that are in that bloody place right now. I am monitoring you from a distance. I'm also in the premises on top. So grow up, right? A lot of people know things from things, right? We get that, right? Sometimes you have to be realistic, right? There are things in play that tell you what is unfolding, right? Correct. There was an episode called Thomas and Terence. Now, that that program has actually been done right now in Killing Heath, Thomas and Terence. But you have to get realistic on what you're seeing as what you're getting, right? I get that a lot of people don't realise what's unfolding in front of you, right? A lot of families know what's unfolding. A lot of children may not understand what's fully understand unfolding. I said I'm real. I'm the real McCoy. You can't touch me, right? I'm not saying that out of rudeness, but there's a reason for it too. By trying to do what I think you're planning to do on me right now, right? Right? There's a little catch to this. I got a private connection on the inside while I've just come back to my flat to freshen up. Right, which is true, right? A lot of the problem that a lot of people don't realise. What other anagrams have you got up your sleeve? I said, look, have you seen it unfold quite clearly? It's all there in black and damn white. I said, it's all happening again, but it's all happening all differently. Course, right? I'm going to put this on a plate for you, right? There are people with railway codes that know me too damn bloody well, know exactly who to go to for the right job, for the right information, right? Even if it is in like certain other departments, I said everything is unfolding correctly, right? All you have to do is not fuck up, which is true. But if you fuck up, that's your bloody problem, not mine. But then you gotta fix it, right? I stated that in the last podcast or two. Family matters, but also that our family is incomplete right now. Why? Think of the obvious thing you need the most to keep it running. Think about it. Family helps family, correct? But you have to work out the private connections, know something about my family. You don't. And they know what to do, they know how to handle it, they know how to handle this type of difficult problem, if you will. Right? As you know, within the movie of Thomas and the Magic Railroad, as example, there's Mr. C Jr., Lily, her grandpa, obviously being in the office. Then you've got Thomas and Lady. Ding, ding, ding. How many people are that? Right? In realistic form, right? Lady is very quiet, but very, very messageable. Right? To a point. But Thomas is the myself, obviously, or Fat Controller, one of the two, because I'm both of them in one swing. Right? You have to be realistic. You hear it, you see it, and you don't want to believe it, then you're gonna be in a very sticky situation. Right? I'm starting to see what you're doing behind my back when I'm away. That's not gonna happen anymore because I'll be watching. Right? A lot of people may not understand what's unfolding at this moment. Right? I get that. Some people do because it works in the brain and it calculates and it makes sure I'm playing the story correctly. Right? A lot of places in Norfolk have the connection to what I need. Right? A lot of things I may not be able to drive to because of the travelling distance, all of that on top. I said, right, we need to do this, this, and this. I said, let it. What happened is, I found all my answers, but there's a missing piece. Right? You have to work out the timeline. So then the timeline's all played out for you, like any other, like anything that's unfolded, because it's all true. It's no lies. We are watching. It's not me this time. It's my mother, and then my private connections, and plus you got somebody else watching, and then you barely have to work out saying you've been watched. Right? You don't have to do what needs to be. You have to do what needs to be done. So while my private connections, my support team, and all that, all helping me out, you do not have. In the day, you have to understand there is more to it than what you already know. Right? You got the Hatt side of the family, but then it transfers to another set of family because you're already starting to know about it. Right? There's no lies, there's no deceits, and there's no dishonesty in this channel. Right? That's never happened. It's just that people don't often see the bigger picture in this. Right? When it unfolds in front of you, I'm actually safeguarding people. Certain people. Why? If I had to safeguard certain families or certain private connections, if you will, what happens? The connection will be made in time. But you see, as you know, from the Thomas and the Magic Railroad movie, ladies in their workshop, faceless. Right? We stoke up the magic in the mountain and the lady will smile. Right? So if we don't have Sodor coal, what type of coal is it? Well, I answered that one for you. Welsh coal. And we don't have that either. So we have to use another source. So we have to keep stoking her up to make her smile. Then watch the worlds that spin so well. But the thing is, there are a lot of people out there in this type, right? My private connections are trying to work overtime to fix all your shit. Right? I get that. Some may not be helpful, but some can. A lot of them can. But at the end of the day, you've got to realise, oh, crud, crud, crud. If he's in Killing Eve, he's that Thomas and Terence episode. Ding, ding. So it's all happening, all in truth. but you're not seeing it because I'm doing it in a very secretive way, right? So it's all happening all in truth, and I'm not bullshitting with you, and I'm not lying at you. So when you talk to people on Discord, for example, don't listen to them because they don't know what is physically happening over here. So if you really want to argue with me, try it. So all you're gonna do is get the backlash. But people that do know, like my private connections and support engines, etc., we know what needs to unfold. We just need the right people at the right time. So what will happen is the Albion will be closed on October the 10th for a private party. So that's what the arrangement will be. So with that being put in place, my private connections will be in that building, plus myself. So if you think you're going to ruin it to make it worse for yourself, be prepared for a graveyard of all your names written on it. Because that's what will happen if I don't succeed. You see, people know what's meant to exceed, but I know what's all in check, but I'm not a bullshitter. So when I said the swan song is in play, yes, but it's taking longer. Why? Real life. This is why I told you. If you want to be end up in the graveyard, be my guest, but I'm not being held responsible for it because it's not my fault. Then you find the real culprit, boom boom, and then that's it. Sometimes a lot of my family have to keep certain things a secret, right? Like a chain of command, if you will, right? A lot of people know this to a highest level of degree, right? People have to pick up on these things to understand it, right? In the day, you're meddling with something that's realistic, not just a children's book, after all. So I've been realistic with you, but at the same time, while the rest has been putting the timeline in for you. Then you want to ask about Adam Taylor, private connection, and my family. So if you think I'm bullshitting with you, watch out. In any angle,